And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am. And today, as soon as I get my headset on, we're going to be continuing on Lord of the Rings Online. Now, we're on the Peregrin server right now. Angmar is still locked at Mines of Moria. The end of the month, it's supposed to unlock the Mirkwood expansion. 5 new levels, a whole bunch of new stuff to do. And we will definitely pick up where we last left off. By the way, just wanted to let you know now, it's on my Twitch schedule and on my Discord. Links are both down below. I'm going to be taking about a week off. My partner and I are going to be doing some things, and I'm going to be stepping away from my computer. We're going to be kind of taking a break for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that time and just kind of unplug and recharge and get ready for some more fun and excitement with Mirkwood right around the corner. So I'll be doing my stream this Wednesday, and then after that I'll be off for about a week. I think I'll miss next Friday's stream also, I do believe. But I just want to let everybody know. That's the tentative plan right now. But right now, let's go ahead and look at the calendar real quick, in-game calendar. We are still in the middle of LI Reward Track Season 13. We're at the tail end of the the Comb Forester Crafting event. And there's a bonus on all crafting XP, which ends today. Also, starting on this Thursday, the 24th, the 18th anniversary party will open up, and I will probably do a stream or two based just around it. I'll probably be doing that on Angmar, and I'll probably be doing that also over here on Peregrin as well. So we get the 18th anniversary coming up as well. But because every day is a Hobbit's birthday, we are the fortunate ones to get the presents. And today's present is 50 Virtue XP and a Tome of Tracking. Perfect thing for a hunter to get, a Tome of Tracking, let me tell you. The 50 XP, though, I can definitely use. So I will go ahead and put the Tome of Tracking in my storage for other people to use. And there we go. And I got some mail here real quick. Attach that, and we'll just let that sit. All right. So we are currently working over here. We're at Jorvingus. We're currently looking for some. Yes. We're supposed to be drawing the pack. I think no, I'm sorry. That's a different quest. There we go. I had some quests in here. I forget offhand which ones. Ooh, well, there's also an antique vase, which I desperately need. Let me check real quick here for the Lowlands. Trying to remember which quest it is that I'm trying to be doing here. Okay. Well, we'll do the quests over here, because you can see there are 2 quest givers, and this is just a little mini dungeon. It's kind of fun to do. Dwarfs with orc weapons.
Will you help me?
We left the expedition moving toward the east to investigate what the Dour Hands are doing here in the lowlands. We've seen both orcs and dwarves in one place, and nothing here makes a dwarf feel welcome. Our fear is that the orcs and the Dour Hands are trading with one another. Nay, we fear that they are working together, supplying one another with materials, tools, and weapons, and we want to put a stop to it. Go to the ruins below and see if you can find any orc-made weapons on the Dour Hands section to the west. Return to me if you find any. This will tell me plainly what we face. And we're also working on Thorin's Hall rep, which is always a good thing.
Come
and
stay a moment.
Orcs and dwarves. Reaver Quicksilver outside is no member of the Longbeards. He's no member of the Dour Hands either. I only know this. He is a dwarf, and an honorable one at that. He may have left his family's lands, but he remembers that he is first and foremost a dwarf. Dourhands can no longer be considered part of the greater dwarf kingdom, having fallen enough to live so close to orcs without the sound of battle. Because of this, I am requesting you should lend us your aid. Defeat the Dourhands and the orcs in this ruin, and return to me. Oh, I'll gladly do that. I have enmity with the Dourhands just because of my earlier questing. Because my character started off in Ered Luin. And Henier has a single quest. There is something in these halls. There's something within these halls, something of value. I can feel it. Orcs likely can too. And of course the Dourhands know, but they seem more interested in the ruins to the north and the west. The orcs are fine at making weapons and crude tools, but if my feeling is right, they require specific tools, and I bet that is what the Dourhands are giving them. Hunt down those orcs and see what they are getting from the Dourhands. Return to me when you have evidence that there is something going on between the Dourhands and the orcs in this ruin. Yeah, this isn't going to be pretty, I know that much. But we'll go ahead and get buffed up here. And let's go ahead and see what's going on. And I'm also looking, of course, for age, scraps of text, or anything like that. Any of the scholarly notes. Maybe move it a little closer here. Ooh, this place sounds freaky. Nothing on track yet. Ah, company. And it's a Shornbeard. And there's an orc right there. I got my pick of the litter here. I can go either direction. We'll go this way first. There's another one of those shorn beards. Well, that's the first quest completed. So I take them both out one shot. Here we go. I got one of them. All right. Well, you two are definitely dropping because there's a vase right behind you. Weird how they're just standing there guard. there's anything back here. Nope. Sometimes they'll hide things back there, of course. Alright, let's go this way. Okay, we got a double. Let's see if we can take a boat. Oh, and there's a named. Nice. We'll take him out, too. I'll probably have to come back and get him again, but you know what? I don't care. He's a traitorous dwarf. He needed to die. Ooh, there's another angered Tark rip. Let's go take him out too. Ooh. This is gonna be fun, and he's a big one. Oh, there's a hitting face down there. I just missed it. It either spawned while I was down there or it appeared behind me. There we go. More orcs. Look up. Make sure I'm not going to get attacked from behind. Ah, someone found me. And each one of these orcs is another 16 points in the Glane faction, so it's always a good thing to kill them. I'm gonna head this way. I don't know if I've ever been to this part of the ruins before. Ah, there's another base over there. And there's a door. Don't know if I can open that door. I'll have to see. Ooh. What's in here? Ah, outside at Ost Guruth. Where's this? Where is Ost Guruth? Okay. Interesting. All right, let's go back in. All right, let's. That's been a good place for me to get scholar supplies, so I'm happy with that. Definitely been a good place for me to get scholarly supplies. I'll have to remember this. So I'm making my way back. Because I have a feeling I'm going to have a quest that's going to take me right back to where those two bosses are. All right, let's go ahead and turn in these quests here. We'll turn in Henier's first.
What do you want?
As I thought, study and burying the fine sharp needed to cut new holes in thick stones. Orcs would rather use their swords and axes. This is ill news indeed, but it speaks to an issue that has long haunted the Dour Hands, and one that we can likely stop here and now. Logging will handle the issue with their ill-fated cousins. I want to focus on the orcs and see that they fail at whatever nefarious purpose they have here.
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
Orc interrupted. And yes, it is to defeat the boss. I would wager that there is a leader in the depths of this place, likely a larger orc hiding in the ruins, but ruling from the darkness. I've often heard the name Nashrak spoken among the orcs. Perhaps this is the name of their leader. Search for these ruins, find and destroy this leader, and then return to me. Absolutely. And I can turn in both of these quests for Logi. Dwarves with orc weapons.
What do you need?
I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. Dwarves and orcs are enemies. This is something that should never have occurred. Never. Our cousins have fallen so far in these long years. Now it is clear to me that their leader must meet an end. Ah, and yes, I just picked up Return to Camp, a very, very important skill. We go ahead and get that off of my bar because I have a special place for that. And the other quest is Orcs and Dwarves.
What do you need?
I knew it, foul dour hands. We should rid the world of the lot of them. There must be a leader here, one that makes them do these things.
Will you help me?
Dwarf interrupted. The dourheads must be stopped, and I'm willing to bet there's a leader among them who directs them to deal with the orcs. A terrible cur who needs to be removed so that the dwarves everywhere can hold their heads up with pride. This is my task. Find this leader, likely in some hidden passage or lair, and eliminate him. Then return to me. I think you should look first within Rhadagast. The ruins there would be an ideal lair for such a mongrel. So as I thought, they wanted me to go back and defeat the 2 named bosses that I'd already defeated, but you know what? I don't care. I'll gladly defeat them again. I think we'll go this way. No, this is the way I went. I want to go the other way. It doesn't look like I have been this way, according to my map. Another chance to find more ancient vases and other goodies hidden deep within the depths of this ruin. Down here. Well, let's see if I can take them both out with one shot. Here we go. Nope. Is that just a regular Tark Rip, or is that... That's just a regular Tark Rip. Okay. There it is right there. Alright, so let's take out this bad boy first. There's one. And there's the other. Now we'll make our way back. Always nice when I can tweak the nose of a few dour hand dwarves. Always fun when I can do that. Grab one more antique vase on my way out. Oh, make that two. Must be right back there.
Well met.
Orc leaders are a dangerous sort. It is good to know that you are hardy as an adventurer as I first thought. You've earned this reward, and so too have you earned the respect of this dwarf and the respect of my kin.
What do you need?
Already I feel the fire from my blood beginning to cool. The fool dour hands need to remember their place. It is bad enough what they did to Thorin's Hall. I and all dwarves of good repute owe you a debt of gratitude. Take this, and know that you have made a friend this day, and wiped the black smudge from the world. And my Thorin's Hall is definitely moving up in the world. That's an extra 1,400 plus the other one, probably about 2,000 to 3,000 points of Thorin's Hall faction just for completing a few quests. Not bad. Not bad for about, 15, 20 minutes work? Ah, good coffee. And he has a new quest. Towards the Iglane.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
The orcs are working with the Dour Hands? This is terrible news. The orcs are recent arrivals in these lands and have been busy digging in a ruin in the east. They have slain many Iglane and taken another of the ruins that we once claimed as our own. Could it be that the Dour Hands have assisted them in this? My friend, will you make your way along the road to the east? Some distance down the road you'll find Ost Guruth and the leader of the Iglane, Friedrich the Elder. Tell him of this news. Got a few more quests to finish up real quick, and then we will definitely make our way to Ost Guruth. I think this is the drawing the pack one, right? That is the quest. Actually, one quick though. I bought a bunch of stuff here. We should probably go through my inventory real quick. We can go ahead and get rid of these older ones. I'm not going to need those anymore. Earring. Yeah, let's get rid of mugwolts. Well, can't use that. No, can't use those. That's something I can definitely use. So, it also gives armor too, which is not bad. An earring that gives armor at this level is kind of rare. Yeah, let's get rid of it. We'll get rid of mugworts. Four, 8, and 5 is 13, 17. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 17. Yep. Here we go. Now we can go ahead and move these potions over here and get my quick bar set up with the new sorcerer slots. Do that, and we do that, and we do that. There we go. Okay. So this quest that we're doing right now is called Drawing the Pack. We need to take some of the food stuff that we got from Old Mugwort back at the Eglain camp right outside of Minas Ariel, and we're going to take out a named tiger, or named warg, excuse me. Table should be right there. Yep, there it is. Let's take out some of these ruffians nearby here. Oh, here we go. There he is. And we got him. I acquired 3 of Shade Paw's paws. Okay, I guess 3 of them were better than 1, right? Alright, so let's head back to Minas Ariel and turn in that quest real quick. Normally, if I was not on the stream, I would just be clear-cutting my way through, killing everything in sight. Probably have my Stone of the Tortoise equipped so I'm not gaining any extra experience and just mowing my way through all this stuff. But I didn't think on stream it'd be appropriate to do that. So. There we are. But just know I would definitely do that. And there's old Mugwort right there.
Well, the gall of some folk.
We did it. You watch. Those wargs will think twice about chasing down anyone now that you've slain their leader. We'll be heroes of the Forsaken Inn. You'll see. I owe you, my friend. Here, take one of these for all that you have done. This is what we got here. Oh, Mugwort's gauntlets? No? Well, I guess we'll just take whatever's most expensive. 262? 264? 538? Yeah, we'll take that. And there we go. And we'll go ahead and save these because I think I can actually do something with those. I think. So, at this point, we've got a quest over there, and then we got several quests near Ost Guruth. So we'll head over here to Name Inio. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Half-breed thieves. I need to collect relics from the ruins, so we'll set it as my guide focus so I've got correct directions. And I guess we'll have to take care of some of these because, well, I still have a deed toward them, and half-orcs are always worth dropping. And of course, I always need more sturdy hides. I'm actually sorely behind on my armor making. I haven't had the time or the gear. I haven't really played very much Lord of the Rings lately. My life's been a little crazy. That's why my partner and I are taking our break coming up next week. I think right there is the ruin. But it's just, you know, the best way I found that the game works is just play. You know, for trying to get deeding and factions and gear and resources, it's honestly, I mean, yeah, you could buy some of it, but it's a lot more fun if you actually earn it. I think the entrance is actually over this way. And there are some of the artifacts that I need. And then I also need to defeat Hontamers and his guards. And I don't know if you've been noticing in the bottom left of my screen, but I've been picking up a lot of scholar supplies from these orcs too. So that's always a good thing. Ooh, Snagabash. Always nice you can pick up an extra named orc somewhere along your travels. Focus every 5 seconds. Okay, that's why. Which way do I need to go? North. Okay. Head into the ruins. Oh, and would you look at that? That orc is guarding something I need. Oh, he's not there anymore, so. And here are some of the stolen crates they need from supplies. A righteous recovery. And way more ancient artifacts too, that's good. Alright, so which way now? Up there. There's another one of the crates that I need. There we go. Very good. Very, very good. Ah, there we go. That's how you're supposed to do it. Take two of them out with one shot. There are the 8 crates that I need. So now we just need to take out Huntmers and his guards. Which I do believe... Well, let's get this anti-vase real quick. Not a scratch. And it looks like both of those are in Ost Guruth. So we'll go ahead and we'll head back to the Forsaken Inn real quick, and then we'll just take down the road to Ost Guruth. It'll be a lot easier trying to fight my way out of here. And it'll give me a chance to go through my inventory again one more time, see if there's any new gear I picked up. I picked up a new formula, or a new recipe. I think I have a quest in here. Oh, there he is. A deal gone sour.
It's a sorry day.
He was captured by goblins. Fools run out to make deals with goblins deserve what they get. You rescued him, though. That makes you a better man than I guess. I did empty his room when he didn't come back and that note appeared. I took what was owed of me, but you can have the rest. Such a good person as yourself ought to be given something for helping a fool like him. Let's see. The necklace. 3 might, 2 vitality. This necklace. Wolf 8 vitality and this shackle. 4 agility. Yeah. I'll take the shackle. And I really don't need the barrow iron marbles. They're only for burglars, so. Alright. So now let's make our way to Ost Guruth. Here's what is my faction with the Eglain right now, because I've been doing a lot of killing and stuff. I am currently an acquaintance with the Eglain, so we're making some progress. I'm curious about something. How am I on? Nice. Good, 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 good. Very good. Okay, so I'm definitely making progress on getting my supplies done. I don't know if you saw or not, but I think... Yeah, I still need... Luckily, I have some more research I can do here. That should be enough to almost get me through the level so that I can start working on the expert stuff, which I have a little bit for already, so... I've got to head back to Minas Tirith, to the Glen camp outside of Minas Tirith first to turn in a quest, so we'll head over there. There it is. And I got a number of quests to turn into him. First one is a righteous recovery. Those were those supply crates that I picked up.
Tell me what you need or move along.
We will ensure that none of these relics were taken from the tombs of the men who perished within the ruins in ages past. If they are not, then they will be used to feed and clothe our people. And if they prove to be stolen from tombs, they will be buried once more to honor the fallen. You've proven yourself a brave and honorable warrior, and your aid is valued by the Eglain. The tunic is light armor. Shoulder pads are medium. Oh, so what's most expensive? 330? 271. Yep, so we'll take the boots. Next is half-breed thieves.
This is intolerable.
Worthy finds, my friend. These will fetch enough food for many families in Ost Guruth. Excuse me. You are becoming a true friend to the Eglain. So many have perished when the half-breeds approach from the south. It is painful to recall. But now know that you have done a great deed for us all. Ah. And next is Sever the White Hand.
Why are you bothering me?
Ah, so the half-breeds will not run? No matter. The grip of the White Hand is loosened, and I think that will be enough to trouble us again, thanks to you. Your efforts on behalf of the Glen will not be forgotten. Ooh, I get the Sword of the Forsaken Lands, which is not really an increase. The gloves, and the shoulder pads. Yeah. Earned trust.
I do not ask much of you.
My brother and I agree that you are a proven ally. Though there is much to do here in Annulos, I would ask that you find your way to the east. There are others of my kind who will want to speak with you. Where Nain Ene meets Talith Gaun, look to the north, for there you will find Ost Guruth, the home of the Eglain. Now, our people are not accustomed to visitors. They will not treat you in a manner to which you are used, but do not be deterred by their hesitance. They are unused to outsiders, but they have need of adventurers willing to help with their troubles. Speak with Friedrich the Elder and tell him of the deed you have performed on behalf of Hunlof Munz and his brother Gadrick, and Friedrich will explain the threat facing our people. So that's 3 quests that I have to go talk to Friedrich the Elder for. Or 2 quests, excuse me. So it looks like it's time to head to Ost Guruth. We'll go ahead and take care of a few other mobs on the way. Pick up more supplies and stuff like that. But none of the gear that I picked up is really useful to me, so. This is normally how I play, just like this. I'll roam the land and just pick up drop anything and everything on my way while I'm working on deeds, working on faction. Because right there, I just completed the Wargslayer deed. And this is the Lone Lands. And that's another 5 LOTRO points. Another 5 LOTRO coins, excuse me. I don't need to go into the store, though. There we go. Okay, that's enough wasting time. Let's get on my horse and we'll head over to where we need to go. It's still over, it's about 900 meters away. It's going to take a little bit to get there. doing on the spiders for the lone lands? Well, I'm still working on Spider Slayer. And here we are. Pick up the stable keep.
What do you need?
And there's Burt Bartleby, if there's anything that I want with my famed boffin badges. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Ost Guruth, home of the Eglain. First thing I'm going to do is pick up a millstone and use the unbound destination. Then we'll talk to Friedrich the Elder. Turn in 2 and pick up 5. Wow. First one we'll turn in will be Earned Trust.
What can I do for you?
Hail to you! I am Friedrich, Elder of the Eglain, and I know of your deeds. We are already in your debt. You've done much to assist the people of the Eglain, and I thank you for your efforts. As Gedrick and Hundulf explained, the passage of the Black Riders out of the west has brought a shadow to our home. Orcs have come from the south, careful not to cross paths with the orcs from the north and their dwarf allies. The half-orcs have long been a threat, as well as the spiders, but the wargs and the Crabane all came with the orcs and the goblins. Worse still, a kind of troll, Jordithkin, or Earthkin they call themselves, sought refuge from the Trollshaws over the last bridge. Now they are not violent, but they have trailed evil with them. There is also another matter, but I will not yet speak of that with you. In time, perhaps you will learn of this greatest danger to the Eglain. And the other one to turn in is Towards the Eglain.
How can I be of service?
This news is unwelcome. We only knew that the orcs come from the north and the west. They came under cover of night, lit fires at the ruins, and slaughtered our folks who were there. Since that time, they have turned their attentions east toward the great river and south to the mire. They leave the northern swamp for the dead. You are in the home of the Eglain, and we ask that you treat our people and the land about you with respect. And that right there has put my Eglain almost up to the next step up. Now he has 5 quests for me. First one is Book 3, Forwards to the North. I want to make sure I finish. Yep, I still have working on the Red Maid. We'll go ahead and pick it up, but we won't work on it until I finish Book 2. I tend to like to do the book quests in order because, well, they tell a logical story that way. I don't like to do the stories out of order, especially here on Peregrin, where I'm much more relaxed. I can do things in any order I choose. I choose to do them in order.
Would you do something for me?
I received a message from a man. Perhaps you know of him? He is a ranger by the name of Candaith. The details are vague, but it seems of great importance that you talk to him. I believe it concerns the enemy's movements in the North Downs. He's staying in the camp northwest of Weathertop. Travel west of the Forsaken Inn, then go north until you reach his campsite. Now I wonder if I've got his camp. Yep, I have his camp already memorized because that was the last place I did return to camp since I just picked up the ability, whatever was the last one that I had imprinted on it. So now I have a quick access to him. So that's good. Hannah's Dream.
Stay a moment.
If you are to assist us, then you must know what has transpired thus far. Hannah, a girl within our encampment, visited the swamp to the north and the east. She discovered an ancient relic lying on one of the ruins. We collect that which the ruins offer, as you know, and she thought nothing of the consequences, as we have never seen reprisal. On this day, however, there was something different in the swamp. Something stirred and frightened the girl so now that she has fits in her sleep. I fear for her, friend. Will you find Hannah and speak with her to discover the visions plague her dreams? I can do that. Hunter Wilderness by Ost Guruth. This is a class only quest.
Would you do something for me?
Oh, bowfinders. Yay, bowfinders. And Guide to Ost Guruth, which will allow me to a fast travel back to Ost Guruth. Ah, a hunter. Drumsmith will be wanting to speak with you. It's not often that a good hunter travels to these parts, and I'm sure you'll be a boon to us here in Ost Guruth. This is a very important quest. They have these in some of the zones where you can pick up just by doing, you've got to complete previous quests in order to open up the line. For instance, here, this quest is called Wilderness by Ost Guruth. Okay. That's weird. I thought this was actually, nope, this is just any hunter who walks in. I thought this was sometimes the quests actually have, you've got to do different stages in order to get to them, but not this one. This one is just as soon as the hunter gets there, they can earn the quest. Ost Guruth to the Forsaken Inn.
Could I speak with you a moment?
There's a place where you can find shelter for the night. The innkeeper's an old man now, and the locals are stern and a morose lot, but the beds are warm and the wine is cold. Travel west along the east-west road that brought you here. The Forsaken Inn is by that road. I know a man named Kandak who might be found at the inn. If you happen to go there, bid him greetings from Friedrich. And the last one is to Agramor.
Would you do something for me?
There's a place you should know of, a place full of great corruption and grave danger. It is called Agramor, the Red Swamp. The water of this place is as red as blood which leaks from a wound called Garth Gavarin. Yet there are those who would have dared the heart of Agramor, but you'll be able to aid them. Some of my kindred, the Acclaim, have camped there in the midst of the darkness, and I would bid you go to their aid. Speak with Eriak the Strong, and I'm sure you will find he can make use of your strength. Agramor is to the east and north. Find the red pass in the Hagramor swamp, and you shall find your way to Agramor. So let's go ahead and start that hunter quest, because that's the most important thing for me to do right now. And right here is Trumsworth.
What can I do for you?
Your name is Shanchandra, and you're a hunter. The Acclaim have lived in these wilds for many a year. The ways of the wilds are the ways of the Acclaim. If you seek to learn of secret paths through the Lone Lands, you are right to come to me. I, Trumsmith, can show you the signs that will allow you to make your way through the Lone Lands at great speed, leading the way for those in your fellowship who are not skilled in the ways of the hunt. I will do this for you if you can prove to me that you have the necessary skill. My sister, Hagahild, left Ost Guruth this morning. If you can find her trail and follow it until you meet with her, ask her the name of the only beast I have ever hunted and yet spared, and I will teach you what I can. Hagahild left Ost Guruth near Uni, the dwarf stable master by the stairs. You can speak with him to get your bearings, but then you will need to find her trail on your own. Alright, we're going to start with that quest first before I do anything else here. Let me go ahead and clean off my inventory real quick. No. And no. 5-7. Being a hunter, I always tend to prioritize any quest that does big faction gains, like 1,200 points or more, anything task-wise, and then anything like this that will actually give me a guide to a specific zone.
Greetings.
I did see Hagahild leave this morning. Lovely lass, that Hagahild. Waved to me as she did. She was standing right over there, on the hill slightly east of here.
If you're looking for her, I thought your search to the east. few branches real quick. And now I need to find... Ah! Subtle tracks. That's what I was looking for. The trail here is quite clear to your skilled eyes. Whoever made this trail passed northeast. The trail here is very confused and difficult to read. You cannot tell in which direction the trail might continue from here. Ah, there's some more subtle tracks right up there. The trail here is quite clear. Whoever made these tracks is moving without haste eastward. And I just picked up the White Slayer deed. And 16 more points of action. You notice though, those guys are orange, which means they are definitely well above my level. So I do need to be careful. Trail here is very confused, difficult to read, cannot tell in which direction. We'll continue east. And I think I better buff up. Oh no, I'm getting raided. Help, help. Groshnak, thank you very much for the raid, my friend. And hello, raiders. Welcome to my channel.
Greetings.
Another of my brother's ridiculous challenges? Well, I must offer you my congratulations, even if I do not appreciate the stream of hunters he always sends me following me on my errands. He insists that he does not do it to keep an eye on me. But I know better. Trimsmith once hunted Trempletusk, a great auroch, but when he finally encountered the beast, he was so struck by its majesty that he spared its life. I understand the beast has left these lands now, but I do not know where it might have gone. Return to my brother Ost Guruth and tell him of Trempletusk, and he will know that your hunt has been successful. I hope, too, that he will cease with these silly challenges. You hunters have enough to do without following me. All right. Let's go ahead and head back to Ost Guruth and turn in that quest. So for those of you who have just arrived, my name is Talesian. I stream 4 days per week, primarily doing Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars The Old Republic. Currently, I'm on the Peregrin server, just kind of doing some laid-back questing. I'm waiting for Angmar to open up the new expansion, Mirkwood, which will be in a week or two. I'm taking leave in about a week, and when I get back, I will be going hot and heavy on Angmar and working on the Mirkwood quests. But welcome to the channel.
How can I be of service?
You speak of Trempletusk? Very good, very good. You have followed the trail of my sister and proven yourself of worthy skill. I will teach you what you must know of finding your way into Lone Lands. You will now be able to show your fellowship the quickest paths to return to Ost Guruth. You have earned my respect, and I will repay you with these teachings. And I also get some bow finders. And there, I just learned Guide to Ost Guruth, which is now there in my travel box. By the way, that's another thing too. This is a very, especially for hunters and wardens, or excuse me, wardens? Yes, wardens. This is a very handy little add-on. It's called Travel Window 2. Hi, Kroshnok. Take care, my friend. Thank you much for the raid. But this add-on here, I actually covered the add-on in one of my UI videos. Let me go ahead and share the two videos of there. Part 1 and Part 2. I cover about, between the two of them, I cover about 15, maybe 20 or so different add-ons. Thank you for the follow, my friend. And they're right there, the two videos that cover a lot of the add-ons that I primarily use, including Travel Window, this bar up here, which is Titan Bar, some of these add-ons down here, like Deed Tracker and Recipe Tracker. I cover a lot of those add-ons too. All right, so let's see here. What are we working on now? I think... Let's see what's going on here. All right, we've got a couple of quests here in Ost Guruth. Let's go ahead and turn those in. There we go. Dagwalt. And he's got the quest on Honorless People.
Greetings.
Dagwalt's face contorts briefly in a look of anguish, before he fights back the pain and issues a smile. This is my wife's. I gave it to her before we came to live with the Eglain. It was lost when she was stuck down at Nerost. You have given me something that I cannot truly repay, but I will give you something of import in me in an effort to repay you. That's nice of him. I mean, I can't use the shield, obviously, but I can definitely use the 700 points of faction. And there's one other quest. I have to talk to Hannah, and she's right outside of Rhadagast's. Rhadagast's, if I can say it correctly. In right here, where he's staying at. She's been having some issues at night with, ever since she pulled a relic from over here in Agaramor. Hannah's dream.
Oh dear.
Did Friedrich send you? He worries too much that my sister is away. Ever since I took the statue of the lady, they have treated me differently. Even the visitor in brown robes treats me differently. They fuss about saying that they must protect me, but I do not know how they can protect me from my own dreams. It is true that I am frightened come the morning. I hear the swamp calling me at night. The woman makes the Nerbig in the swamp sing to me. I know she is trying to bring me to her, and that is why my sister left, to find her and stop her. She is a bad person, and I know that she means me harm because her songs sing of blood and death. It is the Nerbig. They sing for her. I do not tell anyone, but I can hear the Nerbig singing my name, even now.
Could I have a word with you?
Oh, and I completed that quest. Completed me 2 different deeds. This is part of the deed tracker. I'll let you know when you complete a deed. Gives you a little pop-up for it. I've completed 45 quests in the Lone Lands, and I've got my reputation with the Eglain up to friend level. 25 LOTRO points and 30 marks for completing both those quests, by the way. Deeding and questing is some of the best ways to get LOTRO points, which you can turn around and use in the store for many different things. Noisome Neighbors is the name of this quest. We came upon the maiden in the waters north beyond the wall. She was draped in vines and tattered robes, and smiled beautifully before she cringed and shook the water apart and drove us from the swamp. She cornered me, though only for a moment, before my sister found me, but I saw the hatred in her eyes. She means me harm and sends the Nerbig to call me to her. Will you help me? Can you help me? The Nerbig are in the east, in the Bloodmire, rubbing their legs and singing the song she sang to me, calling for me to come. Please help me. Bring me their legs so that I know they will no longer sing my name. And the other one is Oatmeal Problems, which I don't believe I will pick up because that's going to be a running around. That's going to take me all the way back to Bree. But in here should be Rhadagast the Brown. And there he is.
Why come you here?
The Eglain let you in, did they? Now, I've been expecting you, though sooner rather than later. You have in fact taken your time. I understand that you found something upon Weathertop. This rubbing. I do believe it is a G rune, a mark oft used by Gandalf the Grey, another of my order. I guessed from the description of those 3 lines that he was at Amansul on October the 3rd, not but a few days past. I too saw the lightning upon Weathertop and feared that Gandalf found trouble there. Now, I have not seen him since we parted at Son Ford, so I can tell you no more of him or his travels. Of this place, however, I can tell you much, but make reason very little. And let's see, what do I want to pick up? No. So what's most expensive? 2.6, 2.8. We'll pick up that.
Will you help me?
The land itself is turning against us, and I know not the reason why. Even if the shepherds are twisted shadows of their former selves. I speak of the bog prowlers, those that tend to the trees. If I can discern what is twisting the shepherds, I may be able to determine what is fouling the land. Bring me the moss that they use to line their nests. They roam the swamp to the east of here. Remember, I do not wish harm upon the shepherds, no matter how confused they appear. They are innocent victims of the corruption, and know not of the harm that they do. So now we are heading into the swamps. It looks like Friedrich has another quest for me too. How close am I? By the way, this guy here, Leoflak, has the faction rewards.
How may I help you today?
And the mounts, the prized Eglain steed, you have to have kindred statting with the Eglain. And I am currently up to friend status, so I still have a little ways to go. Request an offering of peace.
Stay a moment.
Our paths cross again. There's something I would like to ask of you, a favor that may prove dangerous. Our trades were not only limited entirely to Breetown in the west, we have in our time traded with an elf from the east as well. When the raid in the west began, we sent some of our kindred eastward to rekindle our trade with the elf, but they returned after seeing great lumbering creatures near the road. These creatures did not attack and acted in an intelligent manner. I hope to gather goods for them and offer us a promise of peace with them. Now, if you are willing, I will need meat from the boars roaming to the east and fur from the wargs nearby.
Okay. I think he's talking about the Trollkin, and definitely want to make an offering of peace with them. Helps if you go the right way, of course. Let's pull back a bit. There we go. One of the things that I enjoy about this game is just, to me, this game is very relaxing. You know, especially, I mean, I've been playing Lord of the Rings Online for the better part of about 3 years now. I started right around the right around the lockdown when Standing Stone Games started to give away a lot of their quest packs and expansions. Basically, what they did at that point was they made the game pretty much free, or very, I should say, reduced cost. Let's be honest. I mean, it was like 90 LOTRO coins to buy several expansions and quest packs. Basically, the entire game up to Helm's Deep, which is like level 95 or so. And I've enjoyed this game. It's become my primary MMO ever since. It's just a relaxing game. I enjoy the stories. I enjoy the. I mean, I've been to a couple of the Weathertop festivals. I've been to, you know, just hanging out in Bree, where some of the people there are actual, you know, some of the performers that just hang out in Bree and do. They you know, they'll have bands in Bree. I've shown a couple of them here on stream before. And this game has a very active community. Doesn't matter the server you're on. And it's just a very enjoyable game. The people are very friendly. I've had very few issues with anybody that I've spoken to. It's definitely not Baron's chat for those of you familiar with World of Warcraft. And for me, Hunter is the most is the class that tends to work best with me and my play style. And there's level 27. I've got a couple of trait points I do need to spend too. 2 of them. Let's see. Yes, I definitely want to pick up a Sanguinate. And then I can get shot through the heart. Do those. That goes right there, because you need to have an active blood arrow in order to use the sanguinate. So I put them together right that, so then, you know, okay, I do one, then I can do the other. Looks like somebody's already come here and killed out most of the bog prowlers, because I haven't seen a single one yet. Normally there's a bunch of them around here. Okay, there's the Norbrog legs that Hana needs. So now we'll just go ahead and pick up 4 more mosses from these bog prowler nests. There's 9, and there's 10 right there. Yep. Now I need to pick up some warg furs and boar haunches, and they are this way. Ooh. Oh, he snuck up on me. And that's why the bog lurkers are gone, because there's an actual deed for them. And it is a 30-60 deed. And now we're coming up the area where the wargs and the boars are, so we'll go ahead and take care of this quest real quick. Besides, killing the wargs and the boars will end up giving me some supplies that I can work on my forestry and tailoring. And if I happen to find any orcs, like these Tarkreeps, one of the nice thing about this zone compared to a lot of others is you can actually get faction. Not only from questing and such, but actually from killing mobs. Get anywhere from 16 to 24 faction. I actually kind of wish they did that more often. I think the Trollshaws has a lot of that too. I think. Oh no, the Trollshaw has daily quests that you can do. Where if you kill like some of the, take care of some of the deer in there, some of the worms and stuff in there, you can pick up faction with Rivendell. I've played so much on another server that I actually maxed out my Rivendell faction before I even got to Rivendell. It is very, very possible to do it. I was also having some problems with my internet connection at the time, so I can only play a little bit here and there. So. There we go. Now, where are those wargs? Okay. Let's use one of my ranger abilities. Let's see if I can find where the wargs and the boars are. There's a ward right there. And it is that away. You can see on my here when I use my tracking skill, that red arrow is the direction that the targeted mob is in. And there it is right there. Let's see if there's anything else nearby. There's a couple more. Very distant and extremely distant. So let's take this one here. A little more to the east. And there he is. There's another warg. Let's check here. There he is. That's one reason why I like being a hunter. I've got tracking, I've got ports. Makes getting some of the later stages of the main story quest a lot easier to do because I can warp from point to point all around Eriador. So I now need to collect boar haunches, and they are only in that part of the zone. So let's go ahead and just mount up and head over there real quick. Pick up the haunches. How close am I to the Crabane Slayer? I'm getting close. 73 of 100, so. By the way, for those of you who are working on deeds, they have Slayer accelerators available in the LOTRO store if you're interested. It's one of the things you can do to spend your LOTRO coins on that you acquire through deeding. Usually in a lot of these early zones, I won't spend them because even killing 150 mobs really doesn't take that long for me. And there's one of them right there. Let me go ahead and move that. Next time it comes up, I'll go ahead. I don't like where that thing is. I'd rather have it moved. There it is. I'd rather move it. Right. picking up the haunches very quickly. Helps if you're in the right area. Yeah, that's the most important tip I have for you today is make sure when you're hunting mobs that you're in the right area to find the mobs to hunt. It makes it a lot easier to hunt if you're not, so that you're killing the correct mobs. And there we go. So now we'll head back to Ost Guruth, and we'll go ahead and turn in a number of these quests. All right. And there's Friedrich the Elder. He had a couple of quests for me to do for him. An offering of peace.
How can I be of service?
Aye, these will do nicely. They will fill our stores in time and allow us to part with some of the meats we have treated in the furs, which will prove that we share a common enemy. We have prepared the offering already, but need to replenish our stock before moving forwards. And the band is 12 critical 12 critical rating and 5 fate. I'm going to pass on it. And a new quest, an offering of peace, part 2.
Might I take a moment of your time?
We have the salted meats and furs collected from the wargs. We would like to offer these to the creatures in hopes that they are not hostile. I ask you to be cautious, because this could prove to be very dangerous. We do not know what the creatures are, but we know that they are not trolls. Search to the south of the Great East Road, south and a little eastward of here, near the Torn Stones. You should find a small encampment of the creatures there. Seek out their leader and offer him the supplies on our behalf. Okay. And let's go ahead and empty out my inventory real quick. Those we want to save. So there's Hannah. We can go ahead and turn in the quest to her, which was the noisome neighbors.
You startled me.
Hannah looks over the legs and casts them into a nearby fire. They are silent now. I cannot hear them chirping. For your help, I wish there was more I could do in return. Please, take these with my gratitude. And she has some gloves and a helmet. 4 agility and 10 crit rating. Tempting. Yeah, grab it. And 7 fate we don't need. Okay, and she has another quest for me. Oh, the Oatmeal Problems quest, which we are not doing because that one's going to take me all the way back to Bree and back, and we'll do it later. I'm not going to do it now. But now let's go talk to Rhadagast the Brown now that I have found those mosses that he wanted.
You have returned, I see.
You did well. This moss will help me to understand how the evil is tainting the Red Swamp. This is but the first step in determining what has caused the shepherds to become confused and irrational. There is still more to do, my friend, and it will not be easy.
This reeks of death.
Book 2, Chapter 9, The Bloated Dead. I can smell the death in this moss, as if it was plucked from an ancient grave. The stench of decay and evil is not a thing from nature. I believe that the whites are to blame. Whites are the bones of the dead, stirred by fell spirits out of Angmar and Rudrar. The wars here long ago made Haurigmar ripe for whites as the Barrow Downs on the west. Return Hagrimar to the swamp to the east and destroy these foul creatures. If there are whites, I fear that other fell creatures haunting the swamp as well. For now, though, you only need to concern yourself with the whites.
Yay. Well, luckily there's a deed for that. But one thing I'm going to do real quick is I have a, being a hunter, I picked up a level or two ago ability called Return to Camp. There are certain campfires that are scattered around the world. They're not they're called campsite fires as compared to campfires. The campfires, anybody who has a cooking skill can use that and do cooking even in the wilderness, as long as you have the materials. These campsite fires, however, these are very important to hunters. Now they'll show up on the map, right on top of one, so you can't see it, but it'll look like a fire on the map, and that lets you know that hunters can go ahead and bind at them. Basically, it's kind of a roving bind point, and it's very handy for trying to get back and forth to different locations. Like here, I have a free port until I change it all the way out here to right near Weathertop. Right there's Weathertop. So we'll talk to candidates real quick. He has a quest for me, which is actually Book 3, Chapter 1, the forward. Well, Book 3 forward.
Greetings.
Estleden sends word that you are to go there and meet with Halbarad. Please hurry, for the orc fires burn hot and strong, and each moment we waste is another opportunity for the enemy. So he wants me to head out to Halbarad in Estleden.
How can I be of service?
He can actually take me all the way to Estleden if I want to. I think I'm going to go there, but I'm not going to pick up the quest right now. But I want to go ahead and pick up the travel site and go ahead and bind there. Having a bind spot here in Estleden is, well, for several classes, several trade classes, is very important. I want to go ahead and pick up the milestone while I'm here. So now I can get back to Estleden very quickly. And the other thing that I want to show you here while I am here is there are 3 trade guilds that are here. Oh, it's over here. Not this one, it's the next one behind it. The Craft Hall of Estleden. And there is the Tailors Guild, the Woodworkers Guild, and the Jewelers Guild are all stationed here in Estleden. I think I can qualify for the Trade Guild, for the Tailors Guild now. Let me see real quick. Yep, I can join the Scholars Guild and the Tailors Guild. So we want to go ahead and do that because there's faction to be made, but there's also better recipes and so forth. The Tailors Guild is located here, and the Scholars Guild is located in Rivendell, which when I get to Rivendell will be very nice. And I can go ahead and add them to my tracker. There we go. And now they show up on my tracker right there at the bottom, the Scholars Guild and the Tailors Guild. Now, each of them has an introductory quest for you to complete. I don't know if I can complete them now because I think they require resources I don't have easy access to.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Note, guilds are reputation factions that grant advantages in recipe execution. Reputation is increased by bartering with special crafted items. I say you have recently gained access to the Tailors Guild, friend. This is a great achievement on the path of crafting. The guild is a faction that can grant eligible crafters advantages in their craft. In the beginning, you can access better recipes than what you would normally find in the world. As you increase your reputation, you gain access to yet more recipes. It is never too early to start building your reputation with the Tailors Guild. Their leader can be found in Esliden, here in the North Downs. And this right here is the Tailors Guild. You can get legendary recipes, which are
What do you need?
which I don't have any access to right now. He has nothing for sale for me. You can get improved recipes,
Greetings.
starting from Tailor rank 3, which requires an apprentice standing in the guild in order to pick up. But some of those stuff are very nice.
What do you need?
Let's show the Tailor 3. I think it's the Exquisite Outriders armor. Yeah, this is the medium armor. And for level 33 gear, 119 armor, 14 agility, 9 mastery, 9 vitality, and 53 physical mastery is very, very nice. And if you notice, it's teal, which is incomparable status. So, Hambranil, the Tailors Guild leader.
What do you need?
Welcome to the Tailors Guild. This is an excellent faction for tailors who are looking to benefit from their expertise. As the leader of this faction, it is my role to oversee the advancement of your reputation as you trade your items in. I will gladly collect everything you make from our own guild recipes. To collect the recipes to make the items I seek, you should speak with Jarmar, and then with Toby Eatwell. They will help get you started. And right here, Jamar has the recipes that you need.
At your service and your families.
You will notice that I have many new recipes for sale. As your crafting ability increases, more recipes will become available, so check back with me often. The patterns are made from the recipes I sell. Those patterns are the ones that you may give to Hambranil in exchange for reputation. This is the only way to gain faction, so it is best to start early. So we'll go ahead and browse the shop.
Friend.
And they start with 3, and you can see right here the medium and the small expert. So we'll go ahead and pick those up and scribe them. And then Toby has the improved guild recipes.
Greetings.
I'm the vendor you should come to when you're ready to reap your rewards. I might not have anything you can use just yet, but my recipes will be available to you once you advance your reputation with us. The goods that you can make from my recipes are far superior to any other recipe you will find and will guarantee the utmost success in crafting. Be sure you come back again once you reach acquaintance level with the Tailors Guild.
How can I be of service?
And tier 3, which I need apprentice. I need to become apprentice of the guild first. What I can do here now, as I make these patterns, I can go ahead and turn them in. As you can see, this gives me 300 points of faction in the guild. As soon as I can use it, of course. I might actually be timing out. There we go. But you can see I picked up 300 points of faction with the guild. And I can go ahead and come over here to a workbench. And if I look at my Tailor faction under expert level, you can see right here, where is it? Tailor's Guild, right here at the very bottom. I can make the small, as you can see, I just need 3 brushed sturdy leathers and a bolt of cotton cloth, and then 3 glazed leathers, a brushed leather, and a bolt of cotton cloth, and I can make these. And the small one gives you 300 faction, and the large one gives you 900 faction. And you can make them, in this case, you can make the small ones every 18 hours, and the medium ones every 2 days and 18 hours. So it's kind of gated, it's kind of timed, but it's the best way to get faction with the guild. And as you get better faction with the guild, you'll get better recipes, you'll get some of those higher end armors, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to become a tailor,
because some of that armor is some of the best in slot stuff that you can find as you're leveling throughout the entire game. And in some cases, it's even better than some of the raiding stuff that you can pick up or some of the dungeon stuff that you can pick up. So it's really very important for light and medium armor, if you join the Tailor's Guild. For the heavy armor, if you join the Armorsmith's Guild. For most of the weapons, I find most of the weapon skills are not really all that important as you get into the higher levels, because a lot of people have legendary items. For instance, my legendary items, I get 2 of them. I get a sword and I get a bow. So I really don't need a weaponsmith or a woodworker, because I'll be improving my bow as I go and my sword as I go. So I don't really need those skills. But Scholar is a great import to me, because Scholar is how I get a lot of my my fire oils and light oils and stuff. How I can get my books, Book of the Whisper Draw and the Wind Rider. And then, of course, also I can make, I get the battle lore skills through here. And also at higher levels, I can pick up, I don't have I don't have them yet because I haven't learned any yet, but I can also pick up bow chants, which help reduce my opponent's resistances to my bow weapon, so it makes my bow more effective. All right. But I think, looking at the clock on the wall, it is time for me to head out, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to thank everybody very much for joining me today. We had a wonderful time. We definitely accomplished a lot. I'm going to see if I can find another streamer that I can get you guys onto. I could do that. Let me go ahead and go to my creator dashboard. This is kind of new to me. I haven't really done a whole lot of this, so this part is kind of new to me. I'm still learning. I just got to remember where it is. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I found someone we're going to go ahead and raid. They're actually looking to make an affiliate push. So if you can follow along, maybe chat with them a bit, see where they're at, greatly appreciated. I made affiliate a little while ago, so I understand the struggles with that. So I've started the raid. I hope everyone joins in, and I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. Please take care of yourself and have a good day.